At this exact moment in time, I am in bed at 8 p.m. alone, a couple days after Christmas slash before New Year's, which is like fake time, recovering from ankle surgery, and my family is in the living room watching Avatar 2, the Blue People movie, which I did not want to watch. And I got really bored, and I've been scrolling on TikTok for like 5 hours. You actually genuinely do not want to know what my screen time has been since I got surgery. It's been bad. I thought I was going to be really productive, and I in fact was not productive, which in retrospect, like, of course, I would not be productive. I know, like, I should have known myself better. But, anyways, I got really bored, and I finally was like, wow, I go back to work tomorrow. Like, I took a week off to recover from surgery, and I go back to work tomorrow, and I haven't done absolutely anything. What if I recorded a YouTube video? Because I was just feeling fun and silly. So that's what I'm going to do now. The last time that I did a video kind of where I had not like a script, but I just shook my bottle of Tylenol there. I'm sure you didn't hear that, but the last time I did a video where I didn't really like have a plan for what I was gonna say, I ended up talking for 47 or something minutes, which was insane, and I really hope I don't do that. But anyways, I don't even remember if I said what is happening today, but I wanted to go over my 2025 New Year's resolutions, which I made in December of 2024, I guess. I don't know. How do you check the revision history of a document? December 30th, 2024. Awesome. Anyways, so these are my 2025 New Year's resolutions. Hashtag go big or go home. They are not in any particular order. I just kind of put them down in the order in which I thought of them. There were not. Wait, how does math work? There were 11. I made 11 slides in this PowerPoint of resolutions. We will not be going over slide number 11 because I did not accomplish it for kind of depressing reasons, and it makes me really sad to think about, and I don't want to think about it. So instead of doing that, we're just going to go over the 10 go big or go home New Year's resolutions I made for the 2025 year. Coming up first, make a monthly music diary. Um, guys, can I be like really honest? There was this girl at a summer camp that I used to go to slash work at that I was madly in love with, but a relationship between the two of us was never going to work out. Um, and we didn't even have a falling out. I just like she liked me back. Like we liked each other, but it didn't work out at all. But we never had a real conversation about it. So I think I kind of broke her heart, and I'm really sorry about that. Looking back on it. Um, but we still follow each other on Instagram, and there was a period like 3-ish years ago where every month she would post her monthly Spotify playlist. She's not the reason that I like had the idea to do this, but when I think about people doing it, she's the only person that comes to mind. But anyways, I wanted to do a monthly music diary full of I guess songs that I listened to that month. But I don't know if this happens to anybody else. But for the first like 5 months of a year, my music listening is bad. Like I'm just like not good at listening to music. I definitely listen to music, but it's not new or exciting or just I think defining in any way. My Spotify Wrapped always I feel like reflects music that I listen to between like June and November and never the first half of the year. So like because of that, like January passed, February passed, March passed, and I was like, wow, like I'm not vibing with any of the music that I've been listening to. So I simply did not do this. However, in the summer when I became cool, fun, and interesting again, I did start listening to a lot of music, and I did make a summer 2025 playlist, and then I did make a fall 2025 playlist, but my fall 2025 playlist was definitely worse than my summer one. My summer 2025 playlist, so good, holds up, like, here it is now, and like, yes, like I was listening to Rock That Body by the Black Eyed Peas, like, I'm not embarrassed. I did fall in love with that song because I saw it in a Steve Harrington edit on TikTok, which is really embarrassing to admit, but it was a really good edit, and it got me like that song was it's probably in my like top 100 if I'm being honest. Oh my gosh, and No Hands. You guys wouldn't. That song was like number 26 on my Spotify Rap Top 100, which is embarrassing. It shouldn't have been that high. Wait, I think I just lied to you. I don't even know. It was definitely like 26. Regardless, I listened to it far too many times. Anyways, so the monthly music diary resolution 1 out of 10. Can I say that I like half completed it? Let's just say point 0.5. So out of 10 possible points, okay, so I just decided that I'm giving myself a grade at the end of this. Um, so out of 10 possible points, well, out of one possible point for this first resolution, I got point 0.5. Awesome. Moving on. Go to at least 2 Broadway shows. Okay, so here's some lore. In 2024, as you can see, I went to 16 concerts. I spent over $2,000 on tickets. I also ended up going to When We Were Young Fest in Las Vegas, which hotel, plane, Uber. It was monetarily something that like I shouldn't have done, but I like that stupid idea of like you're only young once. Like I guess I did it. It was fun. I had a wonderful time. I saw My Chemical Romance live for the first time. It changed my life. Um, Great experience. Monetarily horrific like choice. 2025 I wanted to go to less concerts, but I also wanted to start going to theater again because in 2024 I think I saw like 3 shows total, and I was like, well, why do I just like I should just you know do a little reverse, but also simultaneously spend less money. Like go to less concerts, see more Broadway shows, spend less money. In 2025, shows that I wanted to see, I kind of cheated when I made this list because I had already known that like some of these shows I had discussed with friends that I wanted to see. But I wanted to see John Proctor's The Villain on Broadway, Floyd Collins, Wicked, because my mom and I saw it 10 years in August of 2015. The national tour of Come From Away and the national tour of Les Mis. I don't even have a number. If I'm being honest, I would have to go and count, and I'll put it up on the screen here, of Broadway slash like professional tours that I saw. Um, but like it was a lot. However, I won the Hamilton lottery twice. Um, so I guess the point I'm trying to prove with that is I saw so many Broadway shows. You would not believe how many Broadway shows I saw in 2025, but I did spend much, much, much less money on entertainment than I did in 2024. I did only go to 4 concerts in 2025. So the reducing concerts worked, increased Broadway worked, spending less worked. I did see John Proctor, I did see Floyd Collins, and I did see the national tour of Les Mis. So 3 out of 5, kind of a win. All that is to say, I'm giving myself one full complete point for this New Year's resolution. On to number 3. Resolution number 3, which was start doing musical theater again. If you can notice a trend, I guess by the end of 2024, I had kind of refound my love for musical theater. Not that I had ever lost it, of course, but I think it kind of like came back. Almost certainly because in September of 2024, I did see the national tour of Les Miserables, and like, hello, hashtag life changing. I cried horrendously. I went alone. It was the day after my breakup, by the way. I went to see the national tour of Les Mis. I cried like a baby. It was like genuinely the best day of my life. Um, I also like did get severely depressed by the end of 2024. And I did go to TMS therapy, which I think did do wonders for my depression, but on the outside of that, I was like, I need to find things that will bring me joy in my life. So I discovered small local theater companies that do cut auditions, which basically means like you audition for the show, you're in it. You could get a small part, which like I'm fine with that, but you're in the show. And I was like, wow, like I want a theater community again. So I wanted to start doing theater again. This did not happen. Um, for the reasons listed, I had a job and I was in grad school, so I absolutely could not commit to rehearsal schedule. Not so much stage fright. I think I was like, I'm just gonna have to do it. Um, and again, could probably only do the summer show, but I may go on vacation. I did go on vacation. That just simply did not happen. But I will be graduating in May of 2026 from grad school, and so I believe that this will become a carryover 2026 resolution. Anyways, for resolution 3, 0 points. Devastating. Okay, yay. Resolution 4. Start junk journaling. I'm just gonna like immediately kind of say this didn't happen. I don't even have like an excuse. I like I cannot journal. I'm bad at journaling. It's just not something I do. I've never been able to keep a diary. I don't even like writing in stationery. I love to collect notebooks, but I don't like writing in them. This was unrealistic. I think it was fun. I think like really, really liked the idea because I do have a chronic little scraps hoarding habit. I just like keep receipts and ticket stubs and stuff, and then they just sit and I don't do anything with them. I don't even put them up on my wall. But I did not do this, and I don't think that I'm going to try to do this in 2026. I think this is just kind of like sad and whatever, you know? So for resolution 4, 0 points. Yay, resolution 5, get better at guitar. Um, you know, I did write more music. I did learn some new chords, and I did not learn finger picking, and I did not get bar chords at all. But in the process of writing more music, there have been moments where I've been like putting music, like lyrics to guitar music, and I've been like, wait, this doesn't sound bad. And in that regard, I do think I got better at guitar. I think my skill is more versatile. I don't just play the same 4 chords in the same strumming pattern. I can like make things better. I don't think that's, well, get better at guitar. That's what I said. So, for resolution 5, I'm gonna generously give myself zero point 0.5 points for this one. Looking at the score, it's just not looking good for me, but it's okay. It's okay. We'll all be brave together. Read 2 or more books. If you see by the first bullet point, it says this means books that aren't fanfics on Archive of Our Own. I did in fact run the shady Archive of Our Own Reddit like wrapped code, and it did tell me that every single day I was reading an average of like 39,000 words. So I just like, do you understand? Like I be reading, like I do be reading. I stay reading. Hashtag this year you are obsessed with Steve Harrington. Hashtag tropes you like bisexual Steve Harrington. Like, do people understand? Like I was reading real literature on Archive of Our Own. Um, but I wanted to read 2 or more books. 2 does not seem like a lot. But in 2024, I only read 7 books, and 3 of those were audiobooks, which I used to be an audiobook hater. Um, and I am ashamed of that. But I have come to my senses and I've understood now that audiobooks are perfectly fine. But 3 of those 7 books were books that I had already read and they were audiobooks. So technically, I only read 4 new books in 2024. I really didn't want to push myself. I knew that I was going to read more than 2, but I just like, I didn't want to disappoint myself. I actually, as of yesterday, by the way, today's December 29th. I don't even know if I said that. But as of yesterday, I did finish my 20th book. Secretly, my goal was to read 12 books, so like a book a month. But in the middle of the year, I kind of realized that I was definitely going to hit that goal, so I increased it to 20. And I'm really proud of myself. I've had some pretty good 5-star reads. I kind of want to talk about all the books I ended up reading this year, just like my reading journey, because when I was younger, I used to devour books like no one has ever seen before. And I'm like slowly getting back to that. Also, if you can see, I did join a book club in 2025, which has been fun. So that definitely aided in my reading journey. I probably read 5 or 6 books thanks to book club, so I definitely would have met this 2+ book goal anyway. But yes, I'm giving myself a full point for resolution number 6. Resolution number 7. It's really hard to count. Um, I'm smart. Resolution number 7 was go to a new state/place. The top bullet point says this one kind of combines with go to a new aquarium, which by the way is not in any of these resolutions, so I don't know what I meant. I also, okay, actually, no, I'm lying. So I did not go to a new state, I believe, in 2025. Um, I didn't actually, I did not go to an aquarium in a state I've already been to. So I did not go to an aquarium in PA or New York. In terms of I want to go on a little trip, I did go to Washington, D.C. to see Les Mis on tour with my mom, which was really fun. I had been to Washington, D.C. before, but not with my mom. To be fair, we didn't really explore the city. But again, it was fun. I did not go to Niagara Falls. Uh, Want to leave the country, so new place. My mother and I did go to Croatia to see family. However, while we were in Croatia, we went to Slovenia as well on a day trip, which is a different country, just in case you didn't know that. Sorry if that was a mansplain. So I did go to a new place. I went, spent a whole day in a different country. It was super fun. I did unknowingly have COVID while I was there. So really, really sorry to the people of Slovenia. Also, I had a completely severed ligament in my ankle while I was there. Um, in case you forgot what I said, however many minutes ago, I'm recovering from ankle surgery. Yes, the ankle that ligament severed in the summer. So that's been a long time coming. But also, I just remembered go to a new aquarium. Technically, I went to a really, really, really shitty aquarium at the beach in Croatia that I had never been to before. So, you know what? It says new state slash place, and technically I did go to a new place. I don't know why I said place in a country, but regardless, I did go to a new place, and I did go to a new aquarium. So everyone get off my back. I'm giving myself a full point. Resolution number 8 was write more. Writing applies to a lot of things, is hashtag super pretentious. Poetry, I did not write more poetry. I did enter into a poetry contest. Whoa, I don't think any of that. Let me try that again. I did enter into a poetry contest the month of December 2024, um, which technically, like I entered in December, but entries, like the website stopped accepting entries at the start of January and then you could vote. So it was technically the January 2025 poetry contest. And I actually got 2 or 3 votes on my poem, which was super fun. But there was a huge scandal on poetry.com where people were using AI and like fake accounts to write their poems. And I did get accused of that. But obviously, I did write my poem. Um, so there was a lot of drama on that. And it did kind of turn me off from revisiting the website. Also, the top 3 winners, I think, got some sort of like monetary prize, which is awesome. And then, like, the 5 runner ups got their poems printed on a mug and sent to their house. The poem I wrote that got votes, that, like, I was like, oh, why am I getting votes? I guess, was about my father. And I do believe that if they had printed that poem on a mug, I would have had to throw it out because why would I want a poem about my, like, paternal issues on a mug? Anyways, hashtag fanfiction. I haven't posted on AO3 since 2020, and it was Minecraft YouTuber fanfiction. Well, anyways, this year, guys, I did post one fanfiction to a fandom that currently only has like 139 works. The pairing only has like 69 works. And I was like, when I had posted the fic, it had less than 50 works, and I was very proud of myself. I like not I mean like there's clearly not that many people reading or writing for this fandom, but I have almost hit 1000 hits, which does make me feel very proud of myself. So I did write fan fiction. I posted fan fiction. And I also I didn't finish that thought. I posted fan fiction to AO3. I am proud of myself. Anyways, I also did have like during this year I probably did write a cumulative total of like 20,000 words, just like coming up with story, like novel ideas, none of which actually took off, but like I probably wrote like 5,000 words for like 4 separate unique novel ideas. Anyways, music. I want to release at least 4 songs on Spotify in 2025. I did not release a single song on Spotify, which is okay. I did write a bunch more music, but I think kind of the process of writing, recording, coming up with music, mastering, blah blah blah, just everything, cover art, like the whole process was just too much to handle on top of grad school and work, and so I simply did not do it. But regardless of that, I'm giving myself a full point. I did write a lot of just original work, fanfiction, music. Like, I'm proud of myself. I wrote. Literary genius. I don't think that's the correct uses. And anyways, oh my gosh, click, click. Number 9, make art. And the first bullet point is immediately like a betrayal of the idea of being creative, which is like I want to make something creative and sell it. Hey babe, like what if you just tried to like be creative and not make money? Like what if it was just fun, you know? I do make myself earrings all the time. I haven't made any this year though, and that's okay. And honestly, even if I like did make earrings, no one was gonna buy them. I don't know, I was being dramatic and thinking that this was gonna be something that took off. I did not make shirts, did not crochet even if things got, you know, desperate. However, when I was in Croatia with my mother, I did try lino cut printmaking at this art museum that we went to, like this interactive art museum, which was so much fun. And for Christmas this year, I did ask for a lino cut printmaking set, so I do plan on making some prints, making some shirts, just having fun with that next year. So I guess that will kind of carry over to 2026. And also in terms of digital photography, in like October of this year, I ended up breaking out my like mom's 2005 like Fujifilm like digital camera and just like bringing it with me everywhere, taking photos. And it was such an amazing idea. I've gotten so many cute photos. I've just honestly had a blast with it. And for that reason, I am giving myself zero point 0.5 points on the make art resolution. And finally, resolution number 10, Jesus Christ, was to get two more tattoos. Um, drop the ball with tattoos in 2024, only got one. Is a crazy thing to say, by the way, because I got one tattoo in 2023 and one tattoo in 2024. Like, I don't know what I meant by drop the ball. I had actually pretty consistently maintained my pattern of getting one tattoo per year. And, you know, to say, in 2025, I also got one tattoo. Um, so hashtag continued the pattern. Tattoos are expensive. I don't know what I was thinking. Also, this list of things of tattoos that I wanted, I didn't end up getting any of these. I got a heart in red ink on my right arm, and when I got it, the tattoo artist was like, just so you know, red ink is like the worst tattoo ink to get, and like she basically told me like you might die, which like what? That's not what she said. She was like, you could have like a pretty bad allergic reaction. It could just fall out of your arm. And I was looking like I told her I was like, no, like I want it. I'm getting a heart. I don't want it in black ink. Like I want it to be red. It's either gonna be red or I'm not getting it. And then she like left to get the consent papers and she left me by myself for 15 minutes, of which I did spend on Reddit looking at like red tattoo disasters. And she called me back. She was like, okay, we're ready. And I was like, oh my God, what am I getting myself into? But it's fine. It definitely healed super weird. Definitely healed super weird, but I still love it. I'm proud of it. Proud of it is a weird word because I didn't design it or draw it or tattoo it on myself. But regardless, I'm glad I got it. These tattoos, they will happen eventually. A friend and I would like to go see a tattoo artist in Montreal, I believe, sometime next year. So, like, fingers crossed that that happens. But if it does, I'm absolutely going to try and at least get two done while I'm there. Um, but yes, the last resolution number 10, I got one tattoo. I wanted to get two or more. I'm giving myself zero point 0.5 points. I have absolutely not been keeping track of the points. So, uh, editing me, what is my grade out of 10 slash multiply by 10 percentage on an A to F scale? How did I do? I'm honestly anticipating that I got like a 65, but I think that's okay. I think kind of having 10 resolutions is great because, like, if I only had one or two and then I didn't accomplish either of them, I would have been super depressed. But I had 10 and I accomplished like at least half of them. So I should pat myself on the back. Good for me. 2025 was a productive year. Anyways, I have what? 2 days to come up with my 2026 New Year's resolutions. So hashtag wish me luck on that. And also to any of my friends who are watching this, because those are the only people who are subscribed to my channel, except for that mystery 10th person who I don't know who it is. Um, Happy New Year, and I miss you and we should hang out more. Anyways, bye! Guys, like, I recorded this whole thing on Audacity. I've been talking for 26 minutes. Oh my god. Just bye.